ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Continuation to the next class or continuation to the last class. Next topic is species concept. Next continuation topic is the species concept. Species is the basic unit for classification. Means this is the smallest obligatory taxa. Of the 7 obligatory taxas, this species is the last, that is the smallest one, that is the basic unit for the classification. Definitely, by considering the species as the unit, we may be classify the living world. So definitely, in a genus, more than one species of individuals are included. Means what is the basic unit for the classification of the living world? Means that is the species. That is the basic unit for the classification. The word species was at first coined by the John Ray. John Ray coined the word of the species. Then what is the meaning of the species means? Species is the Latin word. Species is the Latin word. It means appearance or kind. So what is the appearance? What is the kind means? Different species of individuals are appears differently from the other species. Different species of individuals are appears differently in external morphology from the other species. So that is the appearance. Definitely they may be different from the other species. They appear differently from the other species. And so many kind of these species of animals are present in the living world. So many kind of these species of individuals are present in the living world. So that is the kind. Again, the species word is at first defined by John Ray in his famous publication, that is the Historia Generalis Plantarum. Famous publication of John Ray is the Historia Generalis Plantarum. In his famous publication, he defined the word of the species. Then as per him, what is the species definition? What is the definition of the species means? Morphologically similar group of animals together called as the species. For example, all the humans are morphologically similar. All the human beings are externally they are with the same appearance. Externally they are with the same morphology. Means definitely in all persons here head is there, here eyes are present, here nose is present, here ears are present, like that. All the humans are with the same morphology. All the humans are with the externally similar. Such morphologically similar group of the animals are collectively called as species as per the John Ray. As per the John Ray, morphologically similar group of the animals is collectively called as the species. Next, another scientist, he is Linnaeus. What is his famous publication? Means his famous publication is Systema Naturae. Systema Naturae is famous publication of Linnaeus. In his famous publication such as the Systema Naturae, he defined species as basic unit for classification. Basic unit for classification is nothing but species as per the Linnaeus Systema Naturae. So Linnaeus defined this species in his famous publication, that is the Systema Naturae, as basic unit for classification is nothing but species. Next, another scientist, he is Buffon. What is his famous publication? Means Natural History. Natural History is the famous publication of Buffon. Natural History is a famous publication of Buffon. In his famous publication, he mentioned a concept, that is the evolution of species concept. Evolution of the species concept means how the new species of individuals gets originated. He explained what is the mechanism which is involved in origin of new species, how the new species of individuals gets evaluated. So in his famous publication, that is the Natural History, he explained the concept of evolution of this species. This concept of evolution of species became a foundation to biological concept of species evolution. This evolution of the species later became a foundation to biological concept of species evolution. Biological concept of species evolution. Biological concept of species evolution. Definitely, Buffon in his famous publication, that is the Natural History, he explained evolution of a species concept. What is the evolution of the species concept means? How the new species is evaluated, how the new species gets evaluated, what is the mechanism which is involved in the formation of the new species, origination of the new species, that is said to be as the evolution of the species concept. That became a basic foundation for biological concept of species evolution. How the various species of individuals were evaluated, how the various species of individuals maybe gets evaluated in the living world, how they maybe acquire the new characters, how they maybe gets later leads to the origin of the new species. That is said to be as the biological concept of species evolution. This biological concept of species evolution became popularized after the publication of a publication, that is the Origin of Species is the famous publication of Charles Darwin. Is the famous publication of Charles Darwin. After Origin of the Species publication was publicated by Charles Darwin, this biological concept of species evolution, became popularized. Means definitely origin of the new species always focus how the new species of individuals are gets evaluated, how the new species of the animals maybe gets originated. So on this particular concept, this origin of the species principally focus. Definitely after publication of the Origin of the Species by Charles Darwin, this biological concept of the species of evolution became popularized. Biological concept of the species of evolution became popularized after publication of the Origin of the Species by Charles Darwin. Again, as per the Buffon, what is the definition of species? As per the Buffon, what is the definition of the species? As per Buffon, what is the definition of the species means? Group of animals which are morphologically similar which are morphologically similar, which shares which can share common gene pool, which can undergoes free breeding to produce fertile offsprings. That group is said to be as the species as per the Buffon. So, as per the Buffon, what is the definition of this species? Means a group of the animals which are morphologically similar. Definitely, all the humans are morphologically, externally they are similar. All the human beings are similar externally. So that all the humans are belongs to human species. And which can share the common gene pool. Common gene pool nothing but among the humans or in each and every person's body in the diploid state of the cell, 46 chromosomes are present. 46 chromosomes are present in the father. 46 chromosomes are present both in father as well as the mother separately in diploid state of the cell. So during the sexual reproduction, 23 chromosomes are inherited from the father into the zygote by sperm cell. 23 chromosomes are inherited into the zygote from the mother by the ovum. Definitely, during the sexual reproduction, definitely from the father, in the form of the sperm cell, 23 chromosomes are inherited into the zygote. From the mother, 23 chromosomes are inherited into the zygote through ovum. So means what here? Definitely among the humans, these chromosomes are gets shared. Definitely from them, whenever these two are gets fused, totally 46 chromosomes are gets reaches to zygote. From this zygote later, young one which is gets developed in his body, 23 chromosomes are belongs to father, 23 chromosomes are belongs to mother. In that way, among the humans, human chromosomes are gets shared. That is nothing but sharing of common gene pool. Sharing of common gene pool, nothing but among the humans during the sexual reproduction, from the parents, chromosomes are gets inherited into the daughters. That is said to be as the sharing the common gene pool, which can undergoes the free breeding. Means this parents or male female must be gets married. This male female must be undergoes the sexual mating or sexual intercourse. Then it is possible to produce the children. Definitely undergoes the free breeding. Breeding nothing but sexual coitus, sexual intercourse. Definitely they may be involved in the sexual mating. For what purpose? To produce the fertile children, to produce the fertile offspring. So, as per the Buffon, what is the definition of this species means? Group of the animals which are morphologically similar, which can share the common gene pool, which can undergoes the free breeding to produce the fertile offspring. That group is said to be as the species as per the Buffon. Definitely, each and every species is with the unique characters. Each and every species must be with the unique characters. What are the unique features or unique characters of species? What are the unique characters of species? Definitely each and every species can shows 4 unique characters. Each and every species must be shows 4 unique features. One is the species is breeding unit. Species is a breeding unit. What is the meaning of the species is breeding unit? Means one species of individuals must be avoid sexual contact with another species of animals. That means humans never involve in sexual coitus with the dogs. Human never involve in the sexual coitus with the cat. Similarly, cats never involve in the sexual intercourse with the dog. Dogs never involve in sexual intercourse with the cat. Definitely, sexual intercourse is always occurs among the individuals of same species. Among the humans only marriages are occurs. Only human male and females are able to involve in the sexual coitus to produce the fertile offspring. Means one species of individuals must be shows reproductive isolation from the other species of individual. That is said to be as the breeding unit. Nothing but one species reproductively isolated from other species. One species reproductively isolated from other species means human species must be avoid sexual contact with the cat species. Cat species must be avoid the sexual contact with the dog species. That is said to be as the one species of individuals must be reproductively isolated from other species. That is said to be as the breeding unit. Nothing but always sexual intercourse is taken place between the individuals of same species. Always sexual coitus is allowed in the individuals of the same species or among the individuals of the same species. Never mating is taken place between the two individuals of different species. Never reproduction is taken place between the individuals of two different species. That is said to be as the species is breeding unit. Second one is the species is with ecological unit. Species is a ecological unit. What is the meaning of the species is a ecological unit? One species of individuals must be perform same ecological niche in society. Definitely one species must be with same ecological niche. Same ecological niche. What is the meaning of the ecological niche? What is the definition of the ecological niche? The functional role of an individual in the society. Functional role of an individual in the society is said to be as the ecological niche. Otherwise, designation of a person in the society. Designation of a person in the society, job of a person in the society is said to be as the ecological niche. Definitely same species of individuals must be shows same type of the ecological niche. For example, decomposers which are present in the ecosystem all decomposers involved in decomposition of dead body. Similarly, producers, plants which are there, all the plants principally involved in photosynthesis to produce the starch material. Means a plant is the one species. Decomposers are one species. Definitely, one species of the plants must be involved in photosynthesis to produce the starch material. Performance of photosynthesis is ecological niche. Similarly, decomposers are involved in the decomposition of the body, dead body. Like that way, species is a ecological unit. Means one species of individuals must be with the same ecological niche. One species of individuals must be perform same type of the function. Same type of the function. That is the species is a ecological unit. Third one is that species is a genetic unit. Species is a genetic unit. Definitely, third characteristic feature of this species is a genetic unit. What is the meaning of the genetic unit? Means one species of individuals are with same karyotype or same number of chromosomes. Same number of chromosomes. That is said to be as the genetic unit. For example, in the case of the human species, in each and every person, in a diploid cell, 46 chromosomes are compulsorily present. In my body, in diploid cell, 46 chromosome. In your body also, in diploid cell, 46 chromosomes are present. In all human beings, in each and every person in his body, definitely in the diploid state of the cell, 46 chromosomes are present. That is said to be as the genetic unit. In members of one species, in all individuals of the one species, in diploid cell, same number of the chromosomes if they are present. Then that is said to be as the species is the genetic unit. That means one species of individuals are with the same karyotype, that is chromosomal number. Karyotype nothing but chromosomal constitution, chromosomal arrangement. That is nothing but same number of the chromosomes. For example, in my body 46 chromosomes are present in the diploid cell. In your body also, in diploid cell, 46 chromosomes are present. That is said to be as the species is the genetic unit. Definitely, all members of the same species must be with the same number of the chromosomes. That is said to be as the species is the genetic unit. Fourth one is the species is a evolutionary unit. Evolutionary unit. Definitely species is a evolutionary unit. Means what? The members of same species must be with the same structure, must be with the same kind of the functions in their body. That is said to be as the evolutionary unit. So members of same species or with the same structure and same body functions, that is said to be as the evolutionary unit. So for example, in all humans, external structure of body is same. In all members, 2 hands are present. In all members, 2 legs are present. In all members, ears are present. In all members, nose is present. That is the same structure. Same body functions. Definitely, in my body digestion is taken place. In your body also digestion is taken place. In my body breathing is occurs. In your body also breathing is occurs. In my body heart is present for circulation. In your body also heart is present for circulation. Like that way, in all humans, same type of the body functions must be gets performed. Same type of the body functions must be performed. So that is the evolutionary unit. Species is a evolutionary unit. Definitely members of the same species are with the same structure. For example, all the humans are with externally with the same structure. In all humans, same kind of the body functions may be occurs. Digestion is body function, respiration is body function, circulation is body function, excretion is body function. Like that way, in all persons also, same type of the body functions must be appear. That is the species is a evolutionary unit. Definitely unique characters of species. There are 4. One is species is a breeding unit, means one species reproductively isolated from the other species. They avoid the interbreeding with other species. Second species is a ecological unit, means one species must be with the same ecological niche. The members of the one species must be shows the same type of the ecological niche. Species is the genetic unit. The members of the same species must be with the same number of the chromosome. That is the genetic unit. And the species is the evolutionary unit. Means the members of the same species must be with the same external structure, must be with the same kind of the body function. That is said to be as the species is the evolutionary unit. Definitely, what are the better examples for this species? What are the few examples of the species mates? So when we observe the few examples for species, one is the Apis indica, Apis mellifera, Apis florea, Apis dorsate. So in this case, Apis represent genus word. The first word is the genus word. Apis is a genus word, indica is the species word. This is the one species of honeybee. Apis is the genus word, mellifera is the species word. This is the another species of the honeybee. Apis is the genus word, florea is the species word. This is the another species of the honeybee. Apis is the genus word, dorsata is the species word. So Apis indica is one species of honeybee. Apis mellifera is the another species of honeybee. Apis florea is the another species of honeybee. Apis dorsata is the another species of honeybee. Definitely indica, mellifera, florea, dorsata. They represent different species of honeybee. But here Apis is the genus word. All these four species are belongs to same species. Sorry, same genus. All these four species are belongs to same genus, that is the Apis, that is the honeybee. Definitely this one species of individuals whenever they may be geographically isolated, one species of individuals whenever they may be geographically isolated, whenever they may be betterly adapted to the new environment, then they may be with minor variations one from another. For example, when we observe the crow's scientific name is Curvus splendens, is the scientific name of the crow. Definitely, whatever the Curvus splendens which was present in our country once upon a time, unfortunately, for example, initially 1000 Curvus splendens crows if they are present in our country, due to any reason of them, if 200 are migrated to Myanmar, or if 200 are migrated to Sri Lanka, and 200 are retained as it is in India. In this case, Indian environment is different from Myanmar environment. Indian environment is different from the Sri Lankan environment. So that only 200 crow which are migrated to Myanmar, which are never returned back to India, which are for a longer period if they are not returned back to India, definitely as per Myanmar environment, they may be develop certain adaptations. Their body color is slightly gets changes. Similarly, in Sri Lanka, for example, into the Sri Lanka 200 crows if they are gets migrated, if they are not able to return back to India even after longer time also, even after a longer period also, if they are not able to return back into India, definitely as per the Sri Lankan environment, they may be develop certain adaptations in their body and they may be gets betterly suited, they betterly adapted to that Sri Lankan environment to exist there. Means what I am saying here that whenever this species of animals are geographically separated, India is separated from the Myanmar geographically, Myanmar is separated from the Sri Lanka geographically. Whenever members of one species geographically isolated, geographically variated or separated, definitely as per their living area, as per that environmental conditions, they develops minor variations in their body. By that way, that leads to evolution of the subspecies. The members of same species, if they may be geographically isolated, means definitely if 200 crows are migrated to Myanmar, Myanmar is geographically isolated from India, Otherwise, if 200 crows are migrated to Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka is geographically isolated from the India. Isolation means separation. So if these two crows are not able to return back to India for a longer period also, even after longer period also, definitely they may be develop minor variations in their body. They may be better adapted to the Myanmar environment. They may be gets developed into the evoluted into a subspecies. What is the Myanmar subspecies means? Curvus splendens insolens. Curvus splendens insolens is the subspecies of the crow which may be in Myanmar. Similarly, in Sri Lanka, as per Sri Lankan environment, here also this 200 crows develops minor variations in their body when compared to the Indian crow, and they maybe gets evoluted into new species, new subspecies. That is the Curvus splendens protegatus. That is the Curvus splendens protegatus. Means in Sri Lanka, as per their environment, this 200 crows develops minor variation among themselves. This 200 crows in Sri Lanka, as per the Sri Lankan environment, they develops minor variations in their body. They will be gets evoluted into a subspecies. Remaining 600 crows which are present in India and Pakistan, they also develops into a new subspecies, that is the Curvus splendens. That is the Indian subspecies. This is India and Pakistan subspecies. Definitely, whenever the members of the same species are geographically isolated, even for a longer period, there is no chance of meeting among them. Definitely, they may be develops minor variations. They may be gets evoluted into subspecies. Definitely, Indian crow after some time will be gets evoluted into the Curvus splendens, that is the one subspecies. Myanmar crow is gets develops minor variations from the Indian crow. They will be gets evoluted into one subspecies, that is the Curvus splendens insolens. Sri Lankan crows also will be gets develop certain minor variations among themselves, and they will be gets evoluted into the Curvus splendens protegatus, that is the subspecies of Sri Lankan crow. In that way, members of one species, due to any reason, if they may be geographically isolated for a longer period, definitely they will be gets evoluted into subspecies, and finally that leads to the origin of the new species also. But during the course of the time, experimentally, means by the willing of human, experimentally, if we can allow them, if we can bring this Curvus splendens insolens and Curvus splendens crows, means experimentally by the involvement of the human, if we can bring them, if we can bring all these three subspecies of the crows into a same place, then they have the capability to interbreed one with another. Sorry. During the course of the time, due to any reason, if these three subspecies of the individuals are comes close into the same area, definitely they have the capability to interbreed one with another. This is the species concept. This is the species concept. Definitely I will continue in the next class.